again, right? I scoop his feet, boom, I kick over, I shoot for that underhook, I collect the frame, I'm looping his head, and I backstroke here. From here, all I'm doing is trying to make him uncomfortable now. I've won, I've passed the guard, I'm in no hurry to go anywhere. He's the one on his back getting pinned, he's the one who has to make something happen with him. I don't have to do anything. I grab my thigh, that takes so now I'm not using any of my lat strength to try and lock him in here because I've got my own leg. And I'm up on my toes just kind of grinding on him, making his life miserable. He's basically got two things he can do. He can turn into me. In order to turn into me, he's going to have to dig with his right arm. That's not what we're going to do right now. One of the most common things he's going to do is try and bridge and explode away from me. All of my weight's in his hips. To some people, that's a sign, oh, I got to deal with this weight. That's exactly what I want him to do. I'm going to drive into his hips, making him carry me. When he tries to explode his hips to get the weight off, I'm going to drift towards his head. My left arm shoots deep, connects to my right arm, and I lock up my darce. Let's show that from a different angle. Here. So I'm in flat mode. I've looped his head. I'm up on my toes. If he tries to turn away from me, I'm basically gonna slide down so I'm armpit to armpit. I do that keeping weight on him. I don't get completely light so he can roll all the way through because I want to stop him where he's perpendicular to the floor and my chest is perpendicular to his chest. Right? He's facing this way, I'm facing down. It's like an eye. Right? Does that make sense? This left arm that was already around his head, that was the one that was grabbing my thighs. That's already in choking position. He wants to bridge away. I let him. I run up here. I connect, and he's going out. I'm just on my knees here, but I would lift my knees or spread my knees to enable me to apply more pressure through my chest into his shoulder. So I'm covering the bottom side of his artery, right, with my bicep, and I'm covering the top side with his own shoulder. That's why it's important to catch him sideways. That's why this Darce choke is superior to the Marce choke, where I roll underneath. Now it's strength, right? I'm trying to use my arm strength to pull him down into the finish, where here it's gravity using my weight to press his shoulder into his neck for the finish, right? So that's why I always choose Darce, this choke on top, rather than Marce, this choke on bottom. If that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry about it, all right? So one more time, same exact start, Laborio pass, I scoop him up, I come through, I ride down, I collect the frame, I loop his head, I backstroke into flat mode, and I give him heavy pressure. As soon as he starts to go that way, I think, wonderful. I slide up, so I'm armpit to armpit, I connect my left hand to my right bicep, my right hand comes up to its back, I pinch my elbows together, my elbows to my side, and then I drop my weight into his chest. Through my chest into his shoulder. That's option number one. One of my favorites to kill. Who saw Elvira carpeting in the ADCC? Nobody. Showing how effective arm bars are. Arms like this. Way, she's running around all over the place, not happening. Check it out. That's why I prefer the choke over the armbar. Choke doesn't matter how stupid you are, how tough you are, how crazy you are. No blood your brain will go to sleep. That's what we're trying to do. Questions on the technique? Let's run it. 1, 2.